Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet, the voice you know with the news you trust studio, sponsored by BASF, where you can count on the trusted performance of Olivo seed treatment to protect your soybean crop. I'm Morgan Anderson out of Athens County. It's 66 degrees outside and mostly sunny. This weekend we'll see some rain with a chance for snow on Monday. Since 1976, there have been 21 federal government shutdowns, and this is now one of the longest. As this drags on, Cam Quarles, CEO of the National Potato Council, says other countries are loving it.
Yeah, absolutely. Every moment that we're shut down, none of our competitors around the world are shut down, and they're very happy to fill the void. Any type of little competitive hiccup from the United States, our competitors are very, very happy to step in and try to claim those markets.
So who gets the blame?
We're in the how long can you keep your hand on the hot stove phase of this. And honestly, this kind of happens with every shutdown is both parties blame each other, and usually that blame, they're sort of partially right. It's kind of like if you blame them all, you got the right one.
But both sides have really dug in their heels.
And then really it's just who's going to blink first. And, part of getting them to that blinking is just when the political pain gets heaped on them.
As the shutdown drags on, economists warn that even with FSA offices back open, the absence of key USDA reports is crippling every corner of the ag economy, from commodity markets to cattle prices and farm-level business planning. We'll have more of your headlines right after this.
Get the equipment and trucks you need at the Ritchie Brothers' next Great Lakes Regional event on November 12th and 13th. This absolute unreserved auction will feature online bidding, and items are located in Columbus, Chicago, and Detroit. Choose from close to 3,000 items, including a wide selection of construction equipment, semi-trucks, and more. Don't miss Ritchie Brothers' Great Lakes Regional event on November 12th and 13th. For more details, visit rbauction.com. Again, that's rbauction.com.
Farm state Republicans are torn over the president's tariff policies as the Supreme Court hears arguments today and challenges to Trump's use of a 1977 law to claim emergency tariff power. Just 4 farm state Senate Republicans voted recently to pass Democratic measure to end President Trump's claim of emergency tariff power. But stalwart free trader and Iowa farmer Chuck Grassley, like most Senate Republicans, voted to give Trump's levies more time to work.
Since I believe in negotiation, we haven't had any successful negotiation except for USMCA for a whole 15 months, and probably for 25 years the WTO process hasn't been working.
The House isn't expected to take up the Senate bill, leaving it up to the Supreme Court, which is hearing arguments to decide the fate of Trump's tariffs. And what if the court rules against Trump?
It would be a very clear message that he misinterpreted what Congress intended to do in 1977 and would reaffirm that Congress didn't delegate any of its constitutional power over taxation or over interstate and foreign commerce.
Trump said in a social media post that the U.S. would be left defenseless if a president can't quickly and nimbly use tariffs. But while Trump has a tight grip on his party and has scored several trade wins, farm groups and even GOP lawmakers remain torn over tariffs and the trade wars that punish U.S. producers. Next up, we're going to have a weather update from our meteorologist Ryan Martin right after this.
Whether you're in the fields or on the farm, creating a safer work environment has never been easier. BWC's safety consulting services are included with your policy premiums and offer training and education for everyone in your farming operation. It's always the right time to make safety a priority. Visit bwc.ohio.gov or call 1-800-644-6292. The Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation, here to help you work safely.
Let's take a look at our afternoon weather update brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com.
Sunny, warm, and dry for your Wednesday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Quick forecast update for you here. No major changes overall. We have good sunshine in control for the balance of the day today. We're going to be sunny and dry tomorrow as well. Southwest flow dominating as temperatures go above normal. Frontal boundary coming through as we move through Friday. 100% coverage across Ohio, anywhere from 1/10 to 3/4 of an inch. Pausing overnight Friday night through most of Saturday. Then Saturday night into Sunday, another area of low pressure comes through. Once again, we can see 1/10 to 3/4 of an inch of moisture, but that low, that front, ushers down dramatically colder air for Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday. Rain and wet snow can be seen in that. Most of the wet snowflakes come in overnight hours. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Now let's recap how the markets closed, brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. December corn up 3 3/4 at $4.35 1/4. March corn up 4 3/4 at $4.49 1/2. November beans up 11 1/2 at $11.19 3/4. January beans up 12 3/4 at $11.34 1/4. December wheat up 4 1/2 at $5.54 3/4. July wheat up 4 1/2 at $5.85. December live cattle down 7.25 at $220.52 1/2. And December lean hogs up 67.5 cents at $80.60. This is the Ohio AgNet.